And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe on the go.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year and welcome to 2024.
What a way to celebrate. Look at that. This was up to here just a couple minutes ago, and now it's down to here, and soon it's going to be down to there. Anyway.
Probably.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy New Year, dear.
Happy New Year.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I think it's going to be a good year.
You excited about 2024?
I am. I seem to like,
the even years?
Yes, the even years, and I don't know why, I just gravitate towards even numbers, so I think 2024 is going to be a good one.
It's like even Steven. Even is smooth. Odd is just weird, and it's against the grain.
Yeah, I agree. But that being said, we did have a good 2023, and we wanted to do a recap for you, for those who may be new to the channel, or for those of you who have watched for a while, but have forgotten what we've done.
And with
because
this recap,
even we get what we've done mixed up.
Yeah, we just had to go back and look. It's like, what did we do each month?
Yeah.
So with this recap, if you want to go back and look at and view the videos from all of these things that we're discussing.
We have playlists for everything.
And there are videos throughout the year, so just, we
have
check
over
them out.
1,000 of them.
Oh my God, I can't believe that was actually a milestone for this past year.
It was.
We hit 1,000 videos. I can't believe we did that. I can't believe I've edited that many videos.
Not only that, but we started with about 300,000 views and we ended with close to 800,000. That was a big, huge
big jump?
Yeah, that was a big landmark for us.
So, we've been doing this 4.5 years now, which has been fine. It's been fun. It's not everything that I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
It's been fine. It's been good.
Has.
Towards the end of the year, I started getting a little tired of lugging the big camera around. This camera, it's a Sony camera. It's really very nice, really great image quality. The zoom is great, and I've got a really good microphone on the top of it. But it can be kind of big and bulky to carry around. So I looked at getting one of the small DJI
That might be something we do
Osmo,
this year.
Depending on how we're going to do it. But I ended up just switching to my cell phone for a lot of stuff. And it's just
easier, and the quality is great.
It's fine. I don't think it's as good as this camera, obviously, but it was fine for what we needed.
But I can't tell the difference when we use the cell phone or we use the camera.
I can.
In the video quality.
Yeah, I can.
Really?
If I do 4K on the cell phone, it would look better, but that just takes up way too much data, way too much hard drive space. And it's still bulky to kind of hold it and film. So this DJI Osmo is that small one that's like this. It fits in the palm of your hand. And they've got the third version of it out, the third generation. And yeah, I was reading about it, and it came out right before we went to San Diego, and I still haven't gotten it.
And we thought about buying it, but we didn't want to mess with a new camera on such a big vacation.
Yeah, so it's still on the list of possibilities. But anyway, so looking at the year, there was a lot of travel.
So let's start with
travel.
January of 2023, and Joe made a trip to help Ashley out in January. Joe flew with Ashley back to San Diego. Spent a couple days there. February, I don't think we did anything.
Nope, we just hunkered down in cold Illinois.
Yeah, but you know what? We didn't have a bad winter.
No,
2023 in Illinois was not bad. The weather was pretty good all year.
The last couple of winters, the last few years, since COVID, since 2020, the weather here in Illinois has been better. It hasn't been as hot in the summer or as cold in the winter.
Yeah,
it's been milder, which is really weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know, climate change, I'm not sure. But the winters have not been horrible here. So March was a big one, though.
March was a big one. March, we took our big trip to the Riviera Maya. We stayed in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and we stayed at the XCARET Mexico resort with the besties, Steve and Ariane, for 5 nights, and fell in love with Mexico all over again.
Yes.
It was where we honeymooned, and it was so great to go back. It was so great, in fact, that we have XCARET Arte booked for later this year.
Yeah. So we really enjoyed it. Had a really great time. I think overall the quality of service, the food, just the overall ambiance and atmosphere of the resort, and having these ecological parks included with the price of admission included with your resort stay. It's all inclusive. Really, really like that
and
place a lot.
those were probably our best videos for 2023 were the
overall
trips to the vlogs for XCARET.
I did, you know, because I did quite a bit of individual vlogs of the resort and of our time there. But then I put a big video together of all the resort videos that I shot.
Thanks, Chloe from Chloe and Dan Vlogs. She actually recommended that we do that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, why? What? So, yeah, because it actually turned out really well because that final video ended up being like 35 minutes. And leading up to our trip, you just binged a whole bunch of YouTube videos of different content creators who published videos about XCARET. And so you were watching. So I thought, well, let's put ours up there. If anybody is looking for videos to show the resort or talk about the resort to get some information as to whether or not to book. So that's what I did. And that's been actually pretty successful too, that longer one. So that was cool in March.
That was great. April, I don't think we did much. May, we celebrated Riley's first birthday.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Actually, in April, we went to our first White Sox game of the season.
Oh, yeah. We did only a few of those.
And
No, sorry. My phone.
And we saw and met up with Ron Kittle again from the Chicago White Sox, former left fielder and rookie of the year in 1983. So we had seen him, I think we saw him at the end of 2022 maybe, and then we saw him again in 2023, or did we see him twice in 2023?
No, 22 and 23.
22 and 23, so that was really cool.
22 was first just kind of sorted down by the field, and he stuck his head through the netting,
to get
and you took a picture with him?
Yes.
23 was when we actually met him and talked. Sorry, I apologize. I was a very inconsiderate and rude content creator because I did not have my phone on silent.
Silence your phone.
How do I silence it? Okay, there we go. It's silenced. Anyway, so no, in 2023, earlier this year, we actually were able to meet him and talk to him and shared a story with him about the time that I was trying to get him to come down and surprise you for your birthday back a few years ago when we went in July for your birthday.
That's right.
Yeah, very, very nice guy. Very cool, you know. So, yeah, it was very cool and very awesome to get to meet one of your favorite, if not your actual favorite, White Sox player of all time.
Of all time.
So, yeah.
All time.
Wasn't too creepy. You didn't stalk him afterwards on his Instagram account, did you?
No, I did send him the pictures that we took together.
Yeah, and he hearted it, didn't he?
You? I think he did.
Yeah, okay.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. So that was cool. But then May, Riley's birthday. Riley turned 1. Oh my God, that kid.
She had an Alice in Wonderland themed first birthday party.
Oh my God, she was so freaking cute. Like, I just can't stand it. And just the highlight of the year for me is just seeing how she has grown and developed. Every day there's something else. And every day it just, work sucks. I come home, I leave that place, I call you, I come home, it's like, I hate that. But then I see her and it's all okay.
You'll have to include that picture at the end of the video where I'm holding her and she's looking up at us and we're looking at her.
Oh, that one for her birthday? Yeah. That's a really good one. I'll actually insert that here.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a very good one.
I don't think we did much in June, but July we took a 2-week trip to Florida and spent some time in St. Pete and some time in Walt Disney World, where we got to meet up with the Stone family, Carrie, Jason, and Casey. We got to meet up with the Banks family, Melinda and Ryan, and we got to see Molly Dolly.
Yeah.
And of course the besties, Ariane and Steve, and their sons, Chris and Ricky. We had the best time.
I think what was hysterical about that is that I think we made a really good, positive, fun impression on the boys. Chris is a little more, cool. I don't want to say aloof, but he's definitely cool. And Ricky is more personable. But they're both very, very cool. Loved spending time with them. We got so freaking drunk and hammered at Jock Lindsay's that day at Disney Springs. But what else are we doing with them? I mean, honestly, every time we get together with them, it's like, are we going to get drunk or not get drunk? Odds are, put money down, we're going to get drunk. But it was fun.
That was Steve's fault. He kept making me drink Jameson.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And then in December, it was Steve's fault too.
No, that was you.
Yeah, I know.
That was you.
Yeah, that was Jelly Rolls.
So anyway, that was a great trip.
That was
we
July,
spent time
yeah.
in Anna Maria Island, time in St. Pete. We did the whole Disney thing. Where did we? Oh, we stayed at Destino Tower.
Yeah.
At the Coronado Springs
We
Resort.
also did we do one night or 2 nights at the Vinoy?
We did. We did one night at the Vinoy in St. Pete.
Yeah, that Saturday before we went drove to Orlando. So we did the Vinoy in St. Pete, which is this beautiful historic hotel in downtown St. Pete, right on the water. Well, right. Yeah,
that was the first time we got told that we couldn't film.
Yeah. They reprimanded us for walking around the hotel with our camera out. So,
which has to have been a new policy because we've done it so
No,
many
I think it's
times
because
before.
I went into that one dining area.
Well, that was probably true, where it was taped off and blocked off. And you
no,
it
was just the doors were closed. It wasn't blocked off, but I went through a closed door, and they probably had video security cameras up saying, "What is that Joker doing? Get him out of here." So, yeah. Anyway, but for me, July was the most relaxing vacation we've had in years.
It was really nice.
Mexico was relaxing, but July, there was just something about it because it was longer and there was less that we were doing. And when we went to Orlando, it wasn't running around the parks in the summer heat, Florida heat.
Yeah.
It was just getting together with friends and eating and drinking and just enjoying that time with them because I really do enjoy that time with them. But in St. Pete was really nice because we got to do family stuff, but also plenty of time sitting by the pool and just relaxing. I just needed to unwind and decompress. So it was fantastic. Just enjoyed it immensely. September.
August and September were both. I don't think we did much, but October we had the trip of trips.
Yeah.
We flew to San Diego where we spent a few days downtown. Then we took off on our first ever Disney cruise and stayed concierge level on the Disney Magic, which was a 10 out of 10.
Just enjoyed that so much.
It was so good. Then Ashley joined us, and we
not on the cruise. No. After the cruise, after we got off,
we spent a couple of days in Disneyland.
Yeah,
and that was the first time for me and Ashley. Joe had been there before, but it had been a while, so that was just a 10 out of 10. Went back to San Diego for a day or two more, and came home, and I got really sick.
Yeah. So for me, the last time I was sick was in 2018 in the summer. And made it through working in a hospital with all of the COVID patients that I took care of. Never ever got sick, not a cold, not a flu, the worst that I had during that period of time was maybe a migraine headache, which made me nauseous. But other than that, not anything. And then we go on a cruise and come off the boat, and I started feeling it first. So when we were at Disneyland, we were there that weekend for 2 days.
I thought it was allergies because you could really tell like the difference in the air quality between San Diego and Anaheim.
Yeah.
Big difference in air quality.
And so I thought my nose started running and I was sneezing, and I thought, oh, it's something in the air, whatever, allergies, or not, I don't have allergies, but something that was affecting me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that, because then by the time we got done with everything Sunday, and Ashley was monitoring, like on her watch, how many, we walked 20 miles in 2 days.
Yeah,
and I just was progressively getting worse. And you want to talk about being a trooper. Like, I just wanted to go back to the hotel and just sleep. I couldn't take it. And mind you, we had checked out already on Sunday, so I could sleep in the car. But God, I was so tired. By the time we got back to San Diego Sunday night, I was done. And Monday, I was just toast. So coming back
on Tuesday is when I started.
You started feeling it, and then
I was out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, mine wasn't that bad. Mine wasn't as bad, probably because I had the flu shot and you didn't.
Maybe.
So we both tested for COVID. We were both negative, tested twice, and so it was probably just flu.
I wanted to say too, from the Disney cruise, I saw whales.
Yeah.
Saw whales, and we saw seals, and then we saw seals again in San Diego. What was the area we were in?
I'll get back to you on that one.
La Jolla.
La Jolla.
La Jolla. We got to see seals, and that was a dream of mine. That was a bucket list thing. That was so cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that because those were two things. Seeing whales and seeing seals were a bucket list, and I got to see them, and it was magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the rest of November was pretty quiet, and we finished out the year with going back to Walt Disney World for a couple nights with the besties.
Yep. Steve
And
and Ariane back at Disney
the
December.
best time. Got to hook up with Chloe and Dan.
Yes.
And meet their baby Juniper.
Yes, that was awesome.
Just absolutely a fantastic trip that I didn't even want to go on at first because I was thinking, we just got back from a really expensive vacation, and we've got Christmas, and we're gonna have a big tax bill, and I'm so glad we went because we had the best time. Again, stayed at Destino Tower. We're bumped up to concierge level into a one-bedroom suite. That was exciting and magical and pixie dust. Yeah,
that was pretty
that was
cool.
Great.
I just, all of it. There wasn't anything negative about any trip that we took this year.
No, the only bad thing was literally the turbulence down to Orlando.
No,
or was
coming
it
back.
coming
No, it was
back?
coming
Going
back.
from Orlando to Chicago was really bad.
Yeah, that was even I was, because I've flown so much over the years, between going to Hawaii twice and Europe 4 times and all the traveling throughout the states that I've done with work especially. And you get a few bumps. The worst flight that I ever had was going down to New Orleans. I think that was 2016, 2015.
With Ian?
With what?
Which hurricane was it?
No, I don't know. It was one of the remnants.
It was the end of a hurricane. It was a tropical storm.
Yes, it was one that went across Mexico. It wasn't one that came up through the Gulf.
Yes.
It was one that went across Mexico, so it was a tropical storm. And there was, obviously some weather as we were coming in for a landing. And the pilot said, he came on the intercom and said, "Sit down, don't get up. This is going to be rough." So we got off that plane.
I'm glad I wasn't on that plane.
No, you would not have been able to handle it.
No.
I was rubber-legged when I got off that plane, and I didn't realize how much so. And that was the worst that I ever, that was I think 2015, but October of that year. But this one coming back from Orlando,
it was an hour and a half of, the plane was just like this.
90 minutes of nonstop bumps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can't we just go to a different altitude to avoid some of this crap? Like, what the hell is going on?
Just depends who's in the air with you.
Oh my gosh, I don't
planes are
know.
near ya.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was what it was.
It was a great trip, and then Joe finished up the year in Baltimore with Allie and stayed at home, and now it's 2024. It's a brand new year.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We're hoping to go to more White Sox games.
Yes, for 24. We do have the trip planned later in the year, going back to XCARET. And we have other things that we are thinking about doing, but haven't confirmed anything just yet. So we just got to work it out. We got to work it out.
We're going to do more home vlogs too, just like our day-to-day.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, most of our day-to-day is pretty boring, but But
we're going to show you when we run to Target or we go out to eat. We're going to try to be a little bit more consistent with that.
Yeah, I think so. Just kind of, I don't know, show the boring day-to-day, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
We're fun.
Oh, yeah, we're fun time Sallies. It's all good. It's all good.
It is.
We could talk about some of the movies that we watch or some of the things that we're doing here close to home, whether it is restaurants, because there are a few new ones that we go to occasionally here. I think the last one, it was in October, we went to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant in Naperville, which is a new restaurant for the area there.
Yep.
It was very, very good. Very, very good. Really enjoyed
Actually,
that.
we should go to the new McDonald's restaurant in Bolingbrook.
Yeah. What's it called?
I don't even know. But I grew up in the town of Bolingbrook, Illinois, and we just got some new spin-off McDonald's restaurant that is the only one in the country, and it's just crazy that out of all the places in the world that's where they picked to put it.
Well, the McDonald's Corporation, their head office is in Oak Brook.
Yeah, it is.
In one of the Chicago suburbs in Oak Brook, Illinois. And so, but why they picked that spot in Bolingbrook, I don't know. But what's the name of it? The
I can't remember.
The McFlurry? The
No.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up now.
Anyway, we're going to try to do things like that around town.
Yeah. We have a lot here in the Chicago area.
And we're so close to Chicago. There are so many things that we could do downtown. We should really utilize that. And
yeah, well, there are two problems with that. One,
traffic.
It takes forever to get downtown anymore. And two, everything is so expensive. So expensive. Yeah. So...
But if we plan it out, the earlier you book your hotel rooms, usually the better.
True. Or we can just do, drive there or drive back, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
we got some ideas and some things we can kind of sort of figure out.
So thank you for watching our
Yes.
2023
Yes.
vlogs. It was so nice to have you along. We
Yes.
hope that we continue to provide some sort of entertainment for you, make you smile, make you think about things. I don't know.
Just kind of sort of a break from the day,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, part of what we are kind of trying to shift to, I think, is just something that's going to be a little shorter, more direct, and
More positive.
Just stop complaining
Well,
about Disney, I guess.
I have been happier with Disney since we didn't go as much this year, and we were given so many magical upgrades and love Disneyland and love the cruise and just absolutely love Destino Tower.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those resorts that just does not get enough love. Everyone wants to stay at the Contemporary and the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian and Yacht and Beach.
Yeah, Destino,
No one,
I
Animal
don't know.
Kingdom. But no one really talks about Destino, and it's such a fantastic resort.
I really, really did
In
like
terms
that.
of amenities, it has everything. You don't even have to leave the resort if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And that's something we may be planning.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
So anyway.
Yeah, it was nice. Overall, I think ultimately when it comes to Disney, we've said this before, with all of the issues that we've talked about, the cast members, they're on the ground, local. The ones that are actually interacting with guests are fantastic, just fantastic. It's more the corporate policies that we kind of poo-poo.
And we're always going to be honest with you. We are not going to be your typical Orlando vlogger that makes everything look sunny and happy just because they hold media passes or, they're getting some kind of benefit for staying positive.
Yeah.
Disney's an expensive vacation. We're
Yeah.
going to tell you how it is. We're going to tell you when we're happy with something. We're going to tell you when we're not, but we're going to bring it to you with honesty and sincerity because it is such an expensive vacation. And we want you to have a great time. And you don't have to eat at those expensive restaurants to have a good time. You can eat quick service. You can actually do things on a fly and not use Genie Plus and still have a fantastic time if you know how to do it the right way.
Right, exactly. But it's just kind of become one of those things where the corporate side of Disney is going to try to milk every single penny out of you that they possibly can because it improves their bottom line. Is it the best attitude to have when it comes to your guests and providing a magical experience? No, absolutely not. That's why I say that the individual cast members that are down there doing things for you every day are the ones that really truly create that magic for you.
Be nice to them. They work hard, they don't get paid a lot of money, and they are doing everything in their power to make your vacation a great one.
Yes, and
I've never run across a bad cast member.
And we're not saying that just simply because our son works there, who is getting all sorts of attention because he does exactly that. He provides a magical experience for guests that come into Magic Kingdom on Main Street or around the castle, and people are videotaping him and posting stuff and recording and posting and commenting and Facebook pages and all this stuff for him. Why? Because he's providing the magical experience. So it's not just him. Obviously, yes, we're biased when it comes to that. But all these different cast members that we interact with, it's just been fantastic. Whether it is a waiter at a restaurant who gives us all sorts of information, and he's not a Disney employee, he's working for Art Smith, but he gave us all sorts of information about the company and where they're getting some of their stuff, and just
maybe
really
that's
cool.
what we're going to do in 2023. We're going to talk about, because I think we've eaten at almost every single Disney restaurant with the exception of maybe 5 to 10, and we have stayed at every Disney resort multiple times with the exception of 3 that I just don't want to stay in. Well, 1 I do, but I'm waiting till the refurb is totally done. But we're going to bring it to you. We're going to bring it to you. Honestly, we've done the experiences. We've done the things. I think we're a wealth of information, and we're going to steer you in the right direction. So maybe that's something we can start doing in this channel. So let us know in the comments below if you want to see where you should done, where are the best places to go for your money, where are the hidden gems in Disney.
We've talked about a few of them.
We have.
Obviously we talked about Olivia's. One of them that we just went to that we had never been to before was Turf Club.
Wow, and we have a whole
Springs.
video coming on Turf Club. I am so excited. When we do go back in 2024, well, this year, 2024, I want to go back.
Yeah.
Fantastic meal.
There are places that we have not gone to, things that we have not done. It's getting fewer on that list because we're hitting more and more.
So literally, we have not eaten at Victoria and Albert's. We have not eaten at Chef Paul in
Those
Epcot.
are the expensive ones.
We have
right?
not done Space 220 only because Disney canceled our
Yes.
reservation. We
Thanks
had
for
one.
that, corporate yahoos.
We have not eaten at
pinheads.
Coral Reef.
Right. Yeah, we haven't. That would
We
be
have
nice
not
to do.
eaten at Amare, which is in the Disney
The
Swan Reserve.
But that's newer, though.
Yes, there's a couple restaurants in the Swan that we have not eaten at.
Technically, those aren't Disney.
But it's on Disney property.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And then we haven't eaten at Paradiso 37, and we haven't eaten at SDK, but that's because we
SDK 's
chose.
not-
Yeah,
yeah,
I won't
that's
eat
not on
there.
my
I've
list.
heard too many bad things.
Yeah, I mean, technically, we probably should just to give our own
And
review.
we haven't eaten at Yeet yet, but I'd like to cross that off of our list this
What'd
year.
you call it?
Yeet. Eat.
It's not
Is it-
Yeet.
Oh, no, that would be WWE or SmackDown or something. Yeah, it's Eat. E-E-T.
Jey Uso. Yeet, 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 yeet. Yeet. Oh my God.
Wow,
that just,
got my Disney
Oh
and
my
WWE
God.
mixed up.
We didn't even say that. Wait, I didn't even say that for my
What?
year. The wrestling.
Oh, yeah, all the wrestling you went to.
Oh my God. So let me just share that because last December was the first wrestling, December of 2022 was the first wrestling event I'd been to in like 15 years. So I started getting back into wrestling, which then Timmy got into it and then Matt got into it. And I, it was kind of one of those things. I'm a big wrestling fan my whole life.
Yeah.
And when we got to, I don't know, 2008 or so, it started getting really stale. And I just got busy with work and all this other stuff. And I just kind of drifted away from it. But in 2022, they started doing some stuff. And 21, I started listening to a couple little things. 22, I started watching a little more and just got into it. So Timmy got into it, Matt got into it. The SmackDown, WWE SmackDown was here in Chicago in December of 2022.
Yep.
Matt ended up taking me. We went, had a great time. Raw came back in April of 23.
That's right.
We went to that, had a great time. So then they had Survivor Series just in November.
That was in November. You went the 2 nights.
So SmackDown was on Friday night, and the premium live event Survivor Series was on Saturday night. That was the 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Right.
So Carrie, Matt's wife, wanted to come with because she got into wrestling then too, and Carrie's sister wanted to come with as well. So we got tickets for Brittany as well. So the funny thing about all this is that the day of, was it the Saturday or was it the Friday? When did he get the tickets? Saturday morning. Yeah. So we went to SmackDown Friday night, had a great time. Saturday morning, Matt decides he's looking on his phone, looking at tickets. He decided to shell out some bucks. I don't know how much. I'm not asking. I don't care. He shelled out some bucks to get one ticket down at first row ringside. And the funny thing about that is that they caught him on camera during the Gunther Miz match. And he was not only prominent in some of the footage during Survivor Series, but he was shown on the WWE's 2023 Year in Review recap of the year, where they showed him.
He also made their TikTok.
Right.
Yeah,
so I'm like, oh my God, it was money well spent because he just became viral. But anyway, so we just had such an excellent time.
That's right. We forgot about WWE.
Yes. So just had an excellent time doing that. Really, truly enjoyed all 4 events in the year. And yeah, I totally back into wrestling. Totally into it. Love it. Love everything that they're doing. It's brain dead kind of entertainment, I know. But it takes me back to when I was younger. And it helps me to deal with and cope with all the stress of work, I guess. But yes, so Yeet, Jey Uso, is one of the wrestlers that started using that phrase, and he'd come out and everyone's chanting Yeet. So the restaurant at Disney Springs is called Eat. E-E-T.
It's an Indian restaurant.
Yeah, and the celebrity chef behind that, I'd never heard of her before, but we did actually, Ariane did...
Ariane and Steve went there. And
yes.
They enjoyed it
it
immensely because they stayed a little longer than we did.
Yeah, and Ariane told us about who this celebrity chef was. I'd never heard of her before, so I don't know. But she was on Chopped. That was the show.
So.
Yes. So, and I don't know. whatever. Anyway, so, but they said it was good. So positive reviews for that restaurant and you at Disney Springs. We have not been there
Yeah,
yet.
so like I said, we've stayed at all the resorts, we have eaten at all the restaurants, and we're going to give you honest information. We're going to tell you where you can get the best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you where to avoid, where we've had bad experiences. We can tell you what hotels to stay in, which ones maybe not to stay in, what after-hour events are good, which ones maybe you should stay away from. But we're going to share all the things. So if you have made it this far in the video, leave us a red heart at the end.
Red?
Yeah, let's do a red heart
heart?
to show that it's going to be a great year. We love 2024. We're rooting for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Not really. I don't really care, but okay. So
it would be nice to see them together.
Look, couples never make it.
All right. Well, that was the other thing we didn't mention in June. We had a night out downtown Chicago because
because the girls went to see Taylor Swift, so we spent the evening downtown.
Yeah. So we have that video as well.
Late night.
It was a long day, late night, kind of expensive for us.
All these videos are also in our playlist.
Yes.
For them.
Yeah.
Watch them. Give us some views. Give us some subscribers. Give us some likes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Follow along.
But Taylor,
do all the things.
Taylor Swift is the icon that she is because of how she acts. She comes across a certain way, but I think behind the scenes she really is that way. I don't think she's fake or phony based upon some of the stuff that I've heard from other people who have met her. Unless she's fooling everybody, but I think she is just genuinely a nice person, and people gravitate towards that. I think to have a pop star that is as personable and as nice as she is, she comes across as being such a genuine, normal person. And I think a lot of people who really love her love that, and they gravitate towards her.
I've been a Travis Kelce fan since before this channel. I was a Travis Kelce fan as soon as he joined the team. I was a Kansas City fan.
No.
When they sucked.
No.
And nobody liked them.
Let me correct you. Let me pull the curtain back as to why you really like Travis Kelce.
He's just a
because
beautiful man.
In 2015, when we took a trip out to Kansas City to see the Chiefs and the Bears, we had really good seats behind the Chiefs.
And I was a very big Jamal Charles fan.
Yes, you were,
I was.
But when we were sitting there behind the Kansas City Chiefs bench,
we were literally like row 2.
Yeah, and Jen got to see Travis
40-yard
Kelce and his tight pants do push-ups.
Like he would do the ones where you drop down with like one hand and...
Yeah, and at the time she was like, oh, who is that? And that's when she started loving Travis Kelce.
I've been a Travis Kelce fan for almost 9 years.
I think what initially started you liking Travis Kelce was, like, you were a fan of Travis Kelce now, but the first thing you were a fan of was his butt.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. Yeah.
Just being honest. Keeping it real.
Then I saw him play.
Keeping it real.
And I was like,
Oh, he's all right.
He's got a nice tight end.
Right.
Yes.
Well, there you go. And that's what Taylor likes too, I guess, right?
I guess.
Well, good for them. More power to you.
Some people are luckier than others.
Hey, look, they deserve to be happy.
I don't think they're going to make it, though. I'm just going to put out there. I really would like to see them make it, but I don't think they will.
I don't know.
I'm being honest.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will. You never know.
All right. Well, anyway, that's going to wrap up 2023. I hope everyone has a fantastic 2024. So don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action because it's 2024 and we're going to bring it this year.
Yes.
All positivity.
Yes.
Happiness and myrrh.
Yes.
That's just a joke.
Yes.
Hey, bye everyone. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Don't forget, put that red heart at the end if you stuck it out this long.
See, it's empty. I made it. I did it.
Bye.
Riley, did you do it?
I did.
Yes. Bye.